a suit sleeve. Okay, so you can see I've cut my sleeve. This is the lining, this is the suit lining. I cut 2 pieces, and this is the main material. I cut out 2 pieces, and the suit lining is shorter by ½ inch. Okay, so I've spread out the 2 sleeve, and this is the lining. So I'm going to place the lining on each of the main material sleeve. Okay, right side facing each other. Okay, so I'm assuming this is the wrong side of my suit lining. So I'm assuming this is the wrong side of my suit lining. You know, suit lining doesn't have wrong side. So I'm placing it right side facing each other like so. So I'll go to my sewing machine. I'm going to run a straight stitch at the hem of the sleeve. Then I'll be back to show you guys what. Joining it, this is how it's going to look. The next thing you are going to do, you are going to flip it over like this. You can see. So you are going to pin it. You also pin this place. Make sure that these 2 points rhyme. Okay, and you are going to go and run a straight stitch, okay, by 1 inch. So I will do the same thing here, and I'll be back to show you guys what next. So after joining the lining and the main suit sleeve together, this is how it's going to look. So what I'm doing now is to put my hand from the main blazer sleeve, and I'm dragging in the lining. So once I drag it in, I'm going to adjust it. So you can see the reason why the suit sleeve lining is shorter by ½ inch. So this will enable us to drag it by that ½ inch so that both of them will rhyme. Okay, so I'm doing the same thing to the other suit sleeve, and this is ready to be fixed on our main blazer. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is to pin the main blazer sleeve to the main bodice of the blazer. So I'm pushing in the lining. Okay, I'm pushing it in so that I can fix the main blazer sleeve to the main bodice of the blazer. Okay, so I'm just going to pin it very carefully. Okay, so you can see the way I'm pinning it is very easy. We are just going to pin it very carefully, and we are going to sew it round. Okay, so after pinning one side of the sleeve, okay, I'm going to grab the other side. Okay, I'm going to grab the other side of this blazer sleeve. Okay, so I will pin it too. So this is the other side of the blazer. I'm also going to pin it down. Okay, so we are basically going to sew the main sleeve to the main bodice. Okay, we are going to sew them first. So after sewing them, we are going to concentrate on the lining. So that is what we are doing right now. So after pinning it down, you are going to sew both of them round. Okay, so after sewing both of them round, this is how it is, and we are left with the suit lining. So I'm simply going to drag the suit lining so that I can pin it very well. So once I pin this, I'm just going to put my hand from the other opening of the suit lining sleeve. Okay, from the other opening, I'm just going to put my hand there, and I will drag it out so that I can adjust it. Okay, so once I adjust it and I pin it down very well, I'm going to sew it. So this one is a bit technical, but it's also simple. What I did was just to put my hand from the other opening of the suit lining sleeve, and I will drag it out from there so that I can adjust it, and I will pin it down. So after sewing it, can you see how it looks? So, and for the other suit lining sleeve, we are going to pin it down, but you will notice that there is nowhere to put our hand to drag it out so that we can adjust it. So we are going to open about 4 inches on the center back of the suit lining. So once I open the 4 inches, that is where I'm going to fix my hand so that I can drag the suit lining out, so that I can adjust it very well, pin it down, okay, before sewing. So this is just the technique here. There is no hard rule about it. It's very simple. Can you see how I put my hand from that opening so that I can drag the suit lining out, okay, so that I can properly adjust the sleeve and pin it down so that I will sew it down. So there is no hard rules about this. If you are still confused on how to do this, you can put down your questions on the comment section. So I'm going to sew it. So after sewing this, I'm just going to push it in back, okay. So you adjust it very well, and after sewing it, I'm just going to push this in back. So once I push it in back, can you see how beautiful it's looking already? We have a neat finishing inside and outside. So you will notice the 4 inches that we open at the suit lining, what we are going to use is to use your invisible hand stitch method to stitch it back, okay. And I will also drop a tutorial on how to use an invisible hand stitch method in order to stitch up this opening, okay. And that is it about how to join a suit lining. Very easy. All right guys, I will see you in the next one. Bye.